In the silent chambers of human existence, where whispers of unspoken memories echo through the labyrinthine corridors of consciousness, there exists a profound landscape of solitude that few dare to explore. The inner world trembles with unacknowledged pain, a delicate ecosystem of forgotten moments and suppressed emotions that writhe beneath the polished surface of everyday perception. Each breath carries the weight of unexpressed traumas, each heartbeat a rhythm of unresolved conflicts that dance in the shadowy recesses of the mind, where childhood wounds nestle like dormant seeds waiting to sprout into complex psychological terrains. Imagine the human psyche as a vast, intricate mansion, its rooms filled with locked doors and hidden passages, where every corridor holds the remnants of experiences too painful to confront directly. The child within continues to inhabit these chambers, silently observing, perpetually feeling, never truly healing. Invisible wounds manifest as defense mechanisms, transforming into elaborate narratives we tell ourselves, creating intricate masks that shield us from the raw, unfiltered truth of our existence. These masks become our armor, our protection against the vulnerability that threatens to consume us, yet they are also the very barriers that prevent genuine self-understanding and growth. Intelligence is not merely a measure of cognitive capacity, but a profound dance between awareness and introspection, a delicate balance of understanding the complex symphonies playing within our internal landscapes. The most brilliant minds are not those who accumulate knowledge like cold, sterile facts, but those who can navigate the treacherous waters of their own psychological depths, who can listen to the whispered secrets of their wounded inner child and transform pain into profound wisdom. Our intellectual potential lies not in external achievements, but in our capacity to decode the mysterious language of our own unconscious, to translate the cryptic messages hidden in our dreams, our fears, our inexplicable reactions. Each moment of solitude is an invitation to dive deeper, to swim through the murky waters of our psychological ocean, where memories float like ethereal jellyfish, their tendrils touching the raw nerve endings of our most vulnerable selves. In these moments of absolute aloneness, we are stripped of societal performances, of the carefully constructed personas we present to the world. Here, in this sacred space of introspection, we encounter our truest essence, raw, unfiltered, simultaneously terrifying and magnificent. Like the gentle whisper of a long-forgotten melody, we call to you. Embrace this journey of profound self-discovery. Your engagement, a simple like a heartfelt comment, a subscription to this exploration of the human psyche, becomes a sacred ritual, a commitment to understanding the vast, unexplored territories within yourself. Your interaction is not just a click, but a profound act of psychological solidarity, an acknowledgement that you are willing to look beyond the surface, to honor the complexity of human experience. The trauma we carry is not a single moment frozen in time, but a living, breathing entity that inhabits the most intimate spaces of our being. It moves like a phantom through our neural pathways, casting long shadows across the landscape of our consciousness, transforming every perception, every reaction, every relationship into a complex tapestry of unresolved emotional echoes. Each repressed memory becomes a silent conductor of our deepest fears, orchestrating an intricate symphony of survival mechanisms that we mistake for our true selves, unaware of the profound disconnection brewing beneath the surface of our carefully maintained exterior. Imagine the human psyche as a vast underground network, where suppressed emotions flow like subterranean rivers, carving invisible channels through the bedrock of our perceived reality. The impulses we refuse to acknowledge become whispers in the darkness, muffled voices struggling to be heard, pressing against the walls of our carefully constructed defenses. These unconscious currents carry the weight of generations, inherited pain, unspoken family secrets, ancestral wounds that pulse through our veins like forgotten memories, shaping our responses to the world in ways we cannot fully comprehend. Our emotional landscape is a battlefield where the wounded child within continues to fight battles long forgotten, where shame and guilt manifest as intricate defense mechanisms, transforming pain into elaborate stories of self-protection. Each mechanism is a carefully crafted armor, a delicate ecosystem of survival strategies developed in moments of vulnerability, now operating with such precision that we mistake them for our authentic selves. The body becomes a living archive of these unprocessed experiences, storing trauma in muscles, in breath, in the subtle tremors that ripple through our most intimate moments of silence. Intelligence emerges not from the ability to accumulate knowledge, but from the courage to descend into these dark internal territories, to illuminate the forgotten corners of our psychological landscape. True cognitive brilliance lies in the capacity to recognize the complex interplay between our conscious intentions and the unconscious forces that truly drive our actions. We are far more than the rational narratives we construct. We are living, breathing ecosystems of unresolved emotional complexities, walking paradoxes of human experience. The shadows of our repressed experiences dance at the periphery of our awareness, creating intricate patterns of behavior that we rarely understand. They whisper through our relationships, color our perceptions, shape our deepest fears and most profound desires. Each unacknowledged wound becomes a lens through which we interpret the world, a filter that distorts our understanding of reality, creating elaborate illusions of safety and control. In this moment of profound vulnerability and introspection, we extend an invitation, not as a mere digital interaction, but as a sacred covenant of psychological exploration. Your like, your comment, your subscription represent more than passive engagement. They are transformative acts of recognition, powerful gestures that acknowledge the complexity of human experience. By connecting, by witnessing, by allowing yourself to be seen, you participate in a profound ritual of collective healing and understanding. The descent into the deepest chambers of consciousness is not a journey for the faint of heart, but a brutal excavation of the self, where every layer peeled back reveals a more intricate landscape of pain, desire, and unresolved existential turmoil. Here, in the absolute darkness of the inner world, the fragmented identity shatters and reforms, a kaleidoscopic vision of human complexity that defies the linear narratives we desperately construct to make sense of our existence. The walls of perception crumble, revealing the raw, unfiltered architecture of our most intimate psychological terrain. Memories emerge like spectral entities, no longer bound by chronological time or rational understanding. They become living, breathing organisms that pulse with the intensity of unresolved emotional experiences, each fragment a window into the profound complexity of human suffering. The childhood wound becomes a living entity, a phantom that inhabits every moment of adult experience, its tendrils reaching far beyond the initial moment of fracture, transforming every relationship, every decision, every breath into a complex negotiation with unresolved pain. The body speaks a language far more profound than words, a silent narrative of accumulated traumas and suppressed experiences. Each muscle holds a memory, each breath carries the weight of unexpressed emotions, each gesture a cryptic message from the depths of the unconscious. The skin becomes a map of unspoken stories, the nervous system an intricate network of survival mechanisms that have long since outgrown their original purpose, yet continue to operate with a precision that defies conscious control. Identity reveals itself as a fluid, ever-changing landscape, a constant negotiation between the wounded self and the potential for transformation. The boundaries between past and present dissolve, creating a timeless space where childhood memories, adult experiences, and potential futures intersect in a complex dance of psychological becoming. The self is not a fixed point, but a dynamic ecosystem of competing narratives, of silenced voices and emerging truths. In this absolute vulnerability, the most profound intelligence reveals itself, not as a measure of cognitive capacity, but as a radical act of self-understanding. To truly know oneself is to embrace the chaos, to sit with the discomfort of unresolved emotions, to recognize the intricate web of experiences that have shaped our perception. Intelligence becomes a form of radical compassion, a willingness to witness the most painful aspects of our inner landscape without judgment, without the desperate need to control or minimize our complexity. The confrontation with the shadow self is a moment of absolute terror and profound liberation. Here, in the deepest recesses of consciousness, we encounter the parts of ourselves we have spent a lifetime avoiding, the wounded child, the unexpressed rage, the unacknowledged desires, the fears that have been carefully locked away in the darkest rooms of our internal mansion. This is the moment of true psychological alchemy, where pain transforms into understanding, where fragmentation begins to find its way toward integration. Every breath becomes a negotiation between survival and transformation, between the familiar patterns of protection and the terrifying potential of genuine self-discovery. The unconscious mind reveals itself as a vast, unmapped territory, infinitely more complex than the rational narratives we use to navigate our daily existence. Here, in this liminal space between what is known and unknown, between memory and possibility, the true nature of human experience unveils itself raw, unfiltered, simultaneously devastating and magnificent. In the aftermath of profound psychological exploration, a delicate reconstruction begins, not as a return to what was, but as an emergence into something entirely new. The fragmented self starts to breathe with a different rhythm, finding harmony in the very chaos that once threatened to consume it. Integration is not a linear process, but a circular dance of understanding, where each moment of pain transforms into a luminous thread of wisdom, weaving together the scattered pieces of human experience into a tapestry of unexpected beauty and resilience. The invisible child that has lived within us, silent, wounded, perpetually waiting, begins to find its voice, no longer a whisper of unresolved trauma, but a profound song of transformation. Intelligence reveals itself as the most delicate form of healing, a subtle alchemy that transmutes pain into profound understanding, turning the lead of our most difficult experiences into the gold of genuine self-knowledge. We learn that our greatest strength lies not in avoiding our wounds, but in sitting with them, in understanding the intricate language they speak, in recognizing the profound intelligence of our survival mechanisms. Consciousness expands beyond the limited boundaries of individual experience, touching the universal currents of human suffering and potential. We begin to understand that our personal journey is but a single thread in a vast, interconnected tapestry of human experience. The boundaries between self and other, between past and present, between pain and potential become fluid, revealing a more expansive understanding of existence that transcends the narrow confines of individual perception. The body, once a battlefield of suppressed emotions, transforms into a sanctuary of understanding. Each breath becomes a meditation, each moment a potential for healing. The nervous system, previously a landscape of defensive mechanisms, now becomes a sophisticated instrument of awareness, capable of holding complexity with grace and compassion. We discover that true intelligence is not about conquering or controlling, but about listening, to ourselves, to others, to the subtle whispers of our deepest truths. Our psychological journey reveals itself as a sacred pilgrimage, a profound exploration of the most intimate territories of human experience. The wounds we carry are not weaknesses, but maps of extraordinary resilience, testament to the human capacity for survival, for transformation, for finding light in the darkest of internal landscapes. We are walking miracles of adaptation, of healing, of continuous becoming. In this moment of profound connection and understanding, we extend an invitation that transcends the digital realm, a call to a deeper, more meaningful engagement with yourself. Your like is more than a click. It is an acknowledgement of your own complexity. Your comment is a bridge between inner and outer worlds, a testament to the courage of vulnerability. Your subscription is a commitment to a journey of continuous self-discovery, a sacred covenant with your own potential. Join us in this exploration of the human psyche. Become a witness to your own transformation. Like, comment, subscribe, not as mere actions, but as profound spiritual gestures of self-recognition. Your journey matters. Your pain has meaning. Your potential is infinite. In this moment of connection, we are not alone. We are part of something greater, a collective awakening, a universal dance of healing and understanding that transcends individual experience, reaching into the very essence of what it means to be human.